Okay, so can I get a quick note if you can see my screen? Yes or no? Please be active so we can have a proper learning. You can see my screen, right? So today what we are doing is the data cleaning, data importation, data transformation, and the imputation statistics. And we are learning three type of t-test. So before learning the t-test in SPSS, we should able to learn some basics of t-test first of all. Few parameters we are going to see in the SPSS that we should be able to interpret. Otherwise, we are not able to find the exact p-value what we need to report. Correct? Now, in the case of t-test, one parameter what we are going to see is the Levine test. Okay, so am I audible to everyone? Clearly audible? Voice is clear? Not low, not high. Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Voice is clear.
okay. Yes, perfect. So the first thing what we should learn is the Levine test. So what is Levine test, anyone? So what is Levine test? Anyone? Okay. So Levine test is nothing but it will check the how much data is deviated from the mean values. So this is going to check what? Your variance. This will going to check your variance. And what is variance? Like how much data is spread from the mean value. Now, two things going to happen. We are getting two p-values now. So in the test, we are getting two p-values. So one will be less than 0.05 and will be more than 0.05. So if p-value is less than 0.05, this is what? Significant or not? Anyone? If p-value is less than 0.05, this is what?
It is
Significant or
significant.
not significant?
Significant.
Significant, yes. So this is what? A significant results, what we are getting. What about more than 0.05?
Not significant.
Not significant, correct? Not significant. Now, if your p-value for Levine test is significant, this indicates that your data is not equally assumed. So we need to take the p-value of what? Equal variance not assumed. Equal variance not assumed. If it is not significant, then we have to take what? Equal variance assumed. Equal variance assumed. So during the t-test, you are going to notice this Levine test and this two names as well in the SPSS. And as per it, you need to select the exact p-value what you have to report. So if your Levine test is significant, that means p-value of what? Less than 0.05. Then we need to take the p-value of what? Equal variance not assumed. If it is not significant, then we need to take the p-value of what? Equal variance assumed. So if you want, you can take the screenshot also. If you want, you can remember this part as well, because this is the most important part. In the t-test, sometimes we will notice that a Levine test is significant. So we need to take what? Equal variance not assumed. This will be significant, suppose 0.04, and this will be not significant. The other one, suppose it is coming like 0.142, right? Even though we know that something is coming significant, but p-value we have to take from what? Equal variance not assumed. Sorry, we need to check for the Levine test. And as per the Levine test, we need to take the p-value of not assumed or assumed part. Why this is? Because nowadays journals are hiring statistician, papers are being mailed to the statistician to cross verify the results part. So if they found like in your data something is wrong, something is not correct, your paper will be retracted. So that's why even though data is showing significance for this part, but Levine test is not significant. So hence we need to report the value of 0.142, not 0.04. Correct? So if you want, you can take the screenshot for this part. Then we can jump to the SPSS. Done, everyone? So do we have any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. Others? See, today what we are learning is the t-test, one sample t-test, two sample t-test, and the paired sample t-test, right? In this t-test, we are going to see the Levine test as well. This Levine test will be also a part of ANOVA test further. Now, Levine test is what it will measure the variance. So what is variance now? How much data is spread from the mean value. So if your Levine test is significant, that is what 0.05, right? So we have to take the p-value of what equal variance not assumed. If your Levine test is not significant, that means what? It is more than 0.05, then we need to take the p-value of what equal variance assumed from the table. Correct? Now let's suppose in your data set, we are getting Levine test. Suppose we are getting Levine test to be not significant. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, suppose it is coming not significant. It is more than 0.05 and your p-value is what here? Suppose 0.064. And here we are getting suppose a p-value of suppose 0.003. Correct? Now, even though we know that one parameter is coming significant, but we need the significant factor for the publication part, right? So if your Levine test is not showing the significance parameter, you need to report what? 0.064 only, not 0.003. So if you are reporting the false data, your paper might be retracted. So people can play with SPSS, but you should be able to catch the data what you need to report in the main paper. Correct? Any doubts? So as such of now, please take the screenshot for this part. So let me rough this part, lower part. Yes, you can take the screenshot now for this part. Done, everyone? Done? Okay. So I think we can jump to the SPSS part now. Okay. So SPSS, okay, let me share my screen once. Let me know if you can see my screen. Visible, everyone? Can you see my screen? Okay, let me open the chat box option as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now the first thing, how to import data into SPSS. Now in today's class, I have given you 3 sheets to work on, right? So please take all those 3 sheets in one folder in your desktop so we can proceed now. Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how to import data into SPSS. Steps are very simple and clear. Click on File, click on Open, click on Data. Simple. We have 3 steps. First step is what? Click on File, click on Open, click on Data. Done. I hope you all can follow me now. Correct? Now I know my location is where on the desktop with the file name of SPSS class. So I will go to my desktop. I will go to my SPSS class. Done. But I could not see any Excel sheet here now. So what to do? What is the error now? The error is the file of type. It is what? SPSS. But we need to work on what? Excel sheet. So we need to change the type of file to the Excel part. Now see, everything is coming up. Done? You all can follow me, right?
Yes, sir.
Others, please be active for the statistics class. Done, everyone? This part is done till now. So for the starting part in which we are doing the data transformation, we are doing data imputation, all those things. So let's open the class of statistical analysis class practice sheet. Open the last sheet. Click on this part, then click on open, and you will get the box like this on the screen. Correct? So automatically the first part is tick, right? It indicates what? In the Excel sheet, what happens? we are using this Excel sheet, right? So the first column is already like we are having the variables like case control, age, gender, etiology, hypertension, and all those things. So what we want that SPSS should be able to read the first column as the variables, not as the data. So that's why we are ticking on the first part. Correct. Now in this Excel sheet, let me open it again. We have only one sheet. We are not having multiple sheets, right? So there is no need to select sheet 2, sheet 3. Correct. Now click on OK. Now this is your Excel sheet. Sorry, your SPSS sheet, working SPSS sheet. Fine. All done. All done. Yes or no? Others? I need the quick response, please. Otherwise, there is no need to learn this SPSS. You can leave the class. Okay. Now the first thing what we are learning is the data transformation. Correct? Now suppose here we are having the age. So it is what? Age is what? Category or continuous variable? Anyone? Continuous. How come it is continuous, not categorical? Answer me fast, fast. How come it is not categorical but continuous? Anyone? Because numbers are there, right? You can see the numbers, right? Numbers are there. We are not having male, female, UG, PG, UG, PG. No, we are having numbers. That's why this data is what? Continuous data. Correct? Now, suppose I want to make these subcategories out of it. Suppose I want to make these subcategories of, suppose, all individuals of age less than 30, individual of age more than 30 in that way. So we are getting two groups. Now, if we want, we can change continuous data into the categorical variable as well. But remember one part, as many of you are the PharmDs, interns from Climate, remember during the data collection for your PharmD, for your MPharm, for your PhD or any project, try to take the exact original data. There is no need to create the categories in one shot. Always take data one by one. So if you want, you have two options. You can take age either in the number form or in the group form. Suppose I'm taking the data in the categorical format now. Age less than 30, age more than 30, and you are evaluating which group is having more number of anxiety patients. So I found out that patients age less than 30 are more prone to develop anxiety. Correct? Now, if I ask you in your Viva, tell me how many patients of age 18 or 19 are having anxiety. So with that data, what you have collected in the categorical format, you are not able to answer those questions anyhow. So that's why if you are having data in the continuous format, always try to collect data in the continuous format only. Categorical part we can do later on also, but do not play with data during the data collection time. Now, let's try to convert this age into the categorical format. So how to do it? Click on transform. First option is what? Click on transform. Click on recode into different variable. Do not click on recode into same variable. So what is the difference? If I'm clicking on the recode into same variable, it is going to replace the age variable from my Excel sheet automatically. That's why we are clicking on what? Recode into different variable. Now I'm telling my SPSS, do not alter, do not touch my old data. Make the new variable in the SPSS sheet, but do not touch my old data. Correct? Now click on recode into different variables. I will select age because I need to change age into the categorical format now. So let me name it the new variable, that is age underscore category. Remember one more thing, SPSS cannot read space bar. So if I am writing age space category, SPSS cannot read such data. So if I click on it, automatically error will come up. Now age category change. See, the error is coming. Why? Because SPSS cannot read the space part. So what to do now? We need to put underscore category age underscore category Now click on change. Now it's done. Now click on old and new values. Now here we are having multiple parts. Now suppose I need to get only two variables. So what I can do, lowest through and the highest through. If you want to create two groups, less than 50, more than 50. So what we can do, click on range, lowest through 50 and mark it 1 as a coding what we are doing, right? Now click on add. Now I want all the individuals of age more than 50 in the group number 2. Now click on range, highest through 50. Now click on 2. This new value, make it 2 and click on add. Now automatically we are getting two groups. Group 1 is what? All the individuals with age less than 50. Group number 2 is what? All the individuals of age more than 50. Correct? You have one more option, that is what? You can create the range as well. Now suppose I want all the individuals of age suppose 10 to 50 in group 1. Let me mark it 1. Okay, so let me reset it for your understanding part. So first let me take this only. Okay, this part is done. Now click on continue, click on OK. Now what we are getting in the end, we got one more variable, that is age, new category, what we have created. Now we are having what? 2 and 1. Can you all appreciate this 2 and 1? Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear to everyone? Simple steps, right? So automatically we got two different variables, age less than 50, age more than 50 in the next variable part. Okay, but SPSS did not change the first variable, that is age, what we have given. So our data is intact with us, completely fine to go. Now suppose I want to make multiple groups out of it. So suppose again go back to transform, click on recode into different variables. Now click on reset, again click on age, input variables. Now I want to change the name. Again, remember one thing, we cannot put the same name again. So put underscore category 01. Again, copy paste to the label part. Click on change, old and new values. Now suppose I want to make some range over there. So what I can click on range. Now suppose what will the age 50 recode as? It's 1. It's totally up to you, Kavya. The coding part. Here what we have done, age less than 50 in group 1, age more than 50 in group 2. Okay, so what we have done, I want all the individuals of age less than 50 as 1. Click on add. This is my group 1. I want all the individuals of age more than 50 in group 2. Click on add. Done, right? Now suppose I want to make multiple groups out of it. I want ranges. I don't want a two specific range. So what I can do, I can click on range. Now suppose I want all the individuals of age 10 to 30 in group 1. Click on add. Now I want all the individuals of age 31 to 50 in group 2. Click on add. I want all the individuals of age 51 to suppose 90 in group 3. Click on add. Now click on continue. Again click on OK. We are getting now groups. See, 2 is there, 3 is there, and 1 is there. Can you all appreciate? Yes or no? Yes or no? Others? Right? Simple thing. Simple, right? This is what known as data transformation. You can convert your data into the categorical format. The same thing you can do for the lab values as well. Range, more than it, less than it. Because in the lab parameters, we are getting two range, low, normal, high. You can create three groups out of it. Low, normal, and disease patient. Correct? Done, everyone? So do we have any doubts? Mohit, the thing is, if we are creating data in the categorical format from the continuous variable, so number will be there, correct? So if you are making categories out of categories, that is completely useless, first of all, because data in the categorical format always be in the categorical format. We are getting male, female, male, female, male, female. There is no number. We are having two groups out of automatically, male, female. Now suppose I am taking in this class UG and PG people. So we are taking people who are UG, people who are PG. So there is no number out of it. You can code these people as 1 2 1 2 1 2, but there is no need to transform these numbers into the other part. So continuous can be changed to what? A categorical format, but not vice versa. Clear? Done, everyone? Any more doubts? Any questions for me? Anyone? I'm happy to answer. Yes, Ramesh, it will work for decimal number also. So whether you are having 100.25, you are having 100.15, for any number you are having, it does not matter for SPSS, it will automatically be coded. So if I am writing, suppose it is like a very simple basic maths. If I am writing 5 and I am creating a range from 5 to 10, so any number between 5 to 10 will be a group 1, suppose. So whether you are having 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and any number will be a part of group 1. That's it. So whether you are having data in numericals, in decimal, does not matter. It will automatically be in the group 1. Correct? Ramsha, doubt clear? Okay. So no more doubts? Okay. So next thing what we're learning is the imputation statistics. The same thing what we have learned before. So I need answers from you people. What is imputation statistics? Who can answer? What is imputation statistics and where we have to use it? Meghna, Aftab, missing data. Yes. Others? Anirudh, used when data is missing data. Okay. Now suppose in this age category that 60 is not there. So what test we have to apply? Recall the last class. It's a quick revision what we are doing. Now suppose in this age category that 60 is not there. So what we need to apply? Aftab, imputation we are applying Meghna, but which test we have to apply? Mean. Yes. Good praise. Praisey. Oh, good. Now, what to do now? First of all, again, try to go back to your MRDs, your files, try to find the data from the main documents. If you are not getting data, then only consult some statistician. You can consult me also for such statistics. Do not run this test on your own, first of all. Now, what to do now? Click on Analyze, click on Descriptive. Simple step. Click on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. Click on Age, Shift to Variables. Click on Statistics. Click on Mean plus minus SD. Click on Continue. Then click on OK. So what we are getting? We are getting such table. 53.43 plus minus 12.92. Can you all appreciate these two numbers? Mean plus minus SD. 53.43 plus minus 12.92. Yes or no? So in the data form, we have to report what? 53.4. That means 53 I can write. Correct? But I know initially we were having 60 here. So 7-point difference is coming, right? That 7-point difference will be managed by what? Your standard deviation. That is what? 12.925. So any number plus 12.925 from 53.43 and minus from 53.43 can be in that range, right? Repeat once. Yes. Yes, we are doing. Now, suppose this number is not there. So what to do now? Click on Analyze. Click on Descriptive Statistics. Click on Frequency. Simple steps we are following. Click on Analyze, Descriptive. Click on Frequency. Then click on Gen Age. Shift to the variable part. Click on Statistics. Click on Mean. Click on Standard Deviation. If you want, just click on Mean. That's it. Then click on Continue. Click on OK. We are getting what? 53.43. Can you all appreciate? Yes or no? Vijay, doubts all? Vijay, doubt done? Okay. Now 53.4, it is less than 0.5, so we can report what? 53. And no need to worry that 6 points are missing or 10 points are missing, because in the end we are reporting data in what? SD also. So that missing value will be arranged by what? By the standard deviation. So no need to worry. Same thing we can follow for the data that is in the categorical format. Suppose this M is missing from the entire data. So remember, here we need to follow mode. Why mode? Because we are having categories. Categories means we need to check which data is coming more frequently. So to check data which is coming more frequently, we need to check what? Mode or median? Anyone? Mode. Correct. So what to do for this part? Again, click on analyze, click on descriptive statistics, click on frequency, reset, click on gender, shift to the variable part, click on statistics, click on mode. Done. Then click on continue, then click on OK. We are getting what? A table for it. So one is F is what? 27, M is what? 72. So we need to report data that is more frequent. So what to do now? Write M. Simple. So this is what known as imputation statistics. And this is how you have to find your missing data. Correct, everyone? Okay, done. Now let's take one more thing. Why we need to code data? Lina, Shiva. Okay. Which part you want Lina to be very specific? Which part, Lina? From mode. Okay. Now suppose this data is missing. In the gender part, one data is missing, right? So I went to my MRD files. I could not find the gender for this patient. So what to do now? We need to apply imputation statistics. So if your data is in the categorical format, we need to apply mode or just simply check the frequency. Any data with more frequency or mode of the data will be your missing data. Correct? Now, how to apply the mode for this part? Click on analysis, click on descriptive, click on frequency, then okay, select gender, put here, click on statistics, click on mode, click on continue, click on OK. You are getting what? Female around 27, male around 72. Now we need to report data that is more frequent for such part. So frequencies of what? Male or female? Lina, answer me. Frequencies of what? Male? Yes. So we need to report what? Male here. Capital M. Okay, Shivam, the thing is, of course, data change will happen. We were getting 60. Initially, I remember correctly, it was 60 here, but we got 53 in the end after applying the imputation statistics, right? But remember, during the research data interpretation, during the research writing, we need to report data with standard deviation also, correct? So there we are reporting standard deviation. So whatever difference you are getting from the original value will be managed by the standard deviation. So no need to worry for such part. Yes, Ikra, we need to report M. That is the biggest limitation. That's why we are telling people to go back to the MRD and try to find the exact data like out of it. Correct? So 99% try your best to obtain the data, whatever you have missed. If not getting the data, then we can apply the imputation statistics. But please do consult the statistician. Do not run such high advanced tests by your own. Imputation statistics should not be misused by you people. I am teaching you just a simple trick if you are having a loss of data around 2 to 5 patients, that's it. But not more than it. Correct? Okay. Now the next thing what we can do is our t-test. So we are learning about three t-tests now. Now let me close this SPSS and we will start with the one sample t-test now. So let me close it. No. So I will again open my SPSS. Okay. So again, we are back to our SPSS. Now what we need to do now, click on open, click on data. The first thing what we are performing is the one sample t test. Correct? Now where to apply one sample t test if you are having a long range of data with only one single values. Correct. Now again, we need to find our value, our Excel. Now I know it's on desktop with the file name of SPSS class. I need to change the type of file to Excel. Click on one sample t test. File is there with you in the group. Please grab the file so we can practice. All done, everyone? Click on open. Click on OK. Then we're getting this file. All done? Can you all follow me properly now? Did you open the sheets? Yes or no? Yes. All done? Okay. Now suppose this is something ML what we are reporting in our data. So we are having how much total? Suppose in the end we are having total of 100 samples. Now suppose you went for an audit to some pharma companies and you have reported that uh, our perfume bottle contain around 150 ml of liquid, and plus minus some deviation is there. So we need to find out whether this difference what is ever is coming in the perfume bottle content is significant or not, whether I need to correct my machine or not. Suppose I am running one factory in which I'm creating a one perfume bottles for you people, and to gain the profit, it should contain around 150 ml. That's it, but not more than it, right? Now I need to check whether my machine is filtering or giving more content or less content to my customers. So how to check it? We need to apply one sample t-test. So what to do now? Click on analyze, click on compare mean. Can you all follow me? So you all got my question right? My question is very simple. I am running one industry in which we are creating a perfume bottle which contain around 150 ml of liquid. To gain the profit out of it, I should be not selling more than 150 ml of liquid. Correct? Now to find the significance is there or not, we need to apply one sample t-test. Why? Because you are having only one sample. Correct? Now click on analyze, click on compare mean, click on one sample t-test. Correct. Done, everyone? So click on your variable, medical example for this. Kirtana, this is what we are doing now, medical example. Pharma industry will also perform this all these cosmetic things. Okay, now click on volume, then shift to the test variables. Now options, nothing to change. Bootstrap is not for you people. Then click on OK. Now we are getting this table. Correct. Now what I'm getting? I'm getting the mean value of what? 152 plus minus 2.49. That means I am not giving the 150 ml liquid in my bottles. Or Kirtana, if you want, you can take syrup also for this example. So suppose in your industry, you are manufacturing syrup for children and you are selling for 150 ml each bottle. Okay, okay, wait. See, my question is very simple. Now, suppose there is one industry in which you are preparing a cup syrup for you people, in which contain around 150 ml of liquid or the drug part. That's it. If you are selling more than 150, you are having company loss. If it is less than 150, you are having company profit. If it is 150, then completely fine to go. Correct. Now I need to find out whether my machine is not working properly or I'm making loss out of my manufacturing unit. So what I can do, I will take some random samples of the bottles after the manufacturing and I will calculate the ml of content it contains, right? Now this is the 100 bottle samples what I have taken from your manufacturing unit. Now I need to find out the whether we have a significance difference or not, because as per the suppose Vaishnavi, her company make around 150 ml of liquid in each bottle. Now how to check it? Go to analyze, click on compare means. Steps are very simple. Click on analyze, click on compare mean, click on one sample t test. There is no need to change test values because I'm not assuming anything. Because my rules is very simple. Vaishnavi told in my bottle it contains around 150 ml of syrup. That's it. So I need to check whether deviation is there or not. Correct? So what I will do, I will check the volume for this part, make it 0, click on OK, and I'm getting such table in my hand. Correct? So what we got, a mean value 152 plus minus 2.44. That means you are giving more than 2 ml extra. Correct? So Vaishnavi company is making loss, not profit out of it. Any doubts? What about the p-value? It is coming significant. See, significant two tail 0.000. It is significant. That means Vaishnavi bottles do not contain 150 ml of liquid. It contain how much? 152. All done, everyone? Any doubts? Clear? So this is how you have to report whether you are having profit or not out of your manufacturing unit. Done, everyone? Yes, two tail, one tail. Okay. Okay. Now suppose in this class we are having male and female who is learning the statistics. Now in my statement, if I'm telling that in this class girls going to perform much better than boys, right? So in my statement only I am making a very clear statement that girls going to perform much better than boys. So we need to use what? One tail significant part. Now, if I want to check in this class which gender is going to perform well, I'm not sure for male or female. So that part we need to use what? Two-tailed. Correct? Now, in your statement only, if you are having the answer, take one-tailed. If not, take two-tailed. Simple. Now, to avoid the type 1, type 2 error, always try to go with what? Two-tailed. Simple. Done? Nishwati? Any doubts now for the one sample t-test? Anyone? Any doubts? Two tail. Always take two tail. Lena. Oh no. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. One sample t-test. Done, everyone? Done. Okay. Now let me open the new sheet for you to practice the paired sample t. Okay. Done, done, done. Okay. What about others? Afreen, Aftab, Akshata, Alifa, anyone? Amisha, Anirudh? What about you people? Arun, Arushi, Divesh, Divya, Dr. Pradeep, Dr. Sadia, anyone? Okay. Done, no issue. So let's open the paired sample t-test Excel sheet now to practice the t-test. Okay. So again, reopen your SPSS now. Done everyone? Now go to your file, click on open, click on data, click on desktop, go to your file location, SPSS class, and change the type of file to Excel. Click on paired sample t-test. Click on paired sample t-test and click on open. Click on OK. Done everyone? You all can follow me, right? Okay, so one sample t-test done. Now we are doing is the pair sample t-test. Okay, so please open that sheet what I have given to you for the paired sample t-test. Done. Okay. Now remember a major difference between paired sample t-test and the unpaired sample t-test. Correct? So what is paired sample t-test? Suppose in this class of SPSS batch, I am taking one class, one exam on the class starting, and I'm taking one exam after the ending of this course. So even though we are having two variables, before class and after class, or before course, after course, but my population is same. All the individuals are same for both the test. So if you are having the same group of individuals, same number of patient or same patient before and after the intervention, that time you have to apply what? A paired sample t-test. Correct? Now, in this class, if I'm taking exam now and I'm taking exam again after the class, but I'm having two variables now, before and after class, but I'm having the same number of individual. That is all in this class. So we need to apply what? Pair sample t-test. Correct? Now suppose if I am making two groups out of it, male versus female, before and after scores. Correct? Now there we don't have to apply paired sample t-test. Done everyone? So let's first focus completely on the paired sample t-test. Now in this part, what I have taken is the same number of patients from 1 to 52. 1 to 52. We have same number of individuals. We have taken pre-test and the post-test. Gopni, the thing is very simple. If you are having the same number of individual or you are having the same individual before and after the intervention or before and after of some test, but you are having same individual. So for that part, you have to apply what? A paired sample t-test. Now in this class, I'm having around 123 individuals. I'm taking a pre-test for you people all before the course starting, and I'm taking again a post-test for you people all after the course completion. Even though I'm taking two type of data, pre and post-test, but I'm doing the same test among the same individuals. My individuals are not changing. I'm having the same individual before and after the class. So that part we need to apply what? A paired sample t-test. Now in this data, I am having around 52 individuals, correct, in which we have done some intervention. So we have pre-test and we have post-test. Now I need to check after my intervention whether patient education improved or not, correct? So how to check this part? Click on analyze, click on compare me, click on paired sample t-test. Done everyone? Gopni, your question done? Yes, and Nishwati, there is no test known as 1P test, first of all. It is pair T test. Okay, now what to do? We have to take our two variables what we have collected among the same individual. So click on pre-test, click on post-test. Done. There is no need to change anywhere. Just click on OK, and we are getting the Excel sheet out of it automatically. Now we got what? So pre-test score was how much? 13.31 plus minus 2.47. What about our post test? 16.88 plus minus 2.14, it is coming significant, that is 0.000, right? What about pair sample t test? Again coming significant, 0.000. So we can conclude that our intervention is effective, patient education or patient condition is improving after the intervention. Done, everyone? Done? Others? Simple, right? Or like confusing? Any doubts? Clear, right? What about others? Dr. Sadia, Dr. Sarita, Dr. Shirija, anyone? Harini, Harish, Harsha, Mohit. We will do the test again. Don't worry. It's simple. We will make it simple. Okay. Somewhat confusion, sir. So please ask Gopni whatever the confusion you are having. So I'm here to answer all the confusions whatever you people are having. So ask me. So if you want, you can chat with me also. If you want, you can talk to me as well. No issue. Mohit, no. No, 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 no. This two tail is different. The paired sample t-test is different. See, two tail, one tail is a part of p-value, not the part of pair t-test. So in your statement, if you are making like in this class, girls going to score much better than boys. So I know my statements are very clear, right? Because I'm expecting girls to perform much better than boys. So I need to take p-value of what? One tail, not two tail. If I'm telling, let's see in this class, which gender will perform much better. It might be men, it might be women's, right? So that part we have to report two tail test. Correct, Mohit? So remember, Mohit, this one tail, two tail is completely a part of p value. Paired sample t test is completely a part of t test. Yes, coming. Okay, so Gopni, somewhat confusion, sir. Result are confusion, sir. Okay, what is the conclusion? I mean the finals. Okay. Oh, let me open my Word file for you people. So I will try to make it very simple. Okay, so let me zoom in. Now in this part, let me make one table for you people. Okay. Okay, so here is my table, here is my result with me. So how to make table out of it? Write your variable. Now suppose you have taken some education intervention. I'm writing that my intervention was what? Education to my patients. Now pre-score and post-score, correct? Need to add one more thing, that is p-value. This is how you have to make table for this part. So after my education, sorry, before my education, what was my class score? It was around 13.31. Then plus minus, we need to enter the symbol. Plus minus how much? 2.14. Correct? Mean plus minus ST. Here we are having mean plus minus ST. Correct? What about my post intervention? Significantly improved. That is what? 16.88. Again plus minus. Plus minus 2.14. What about the p-value we are getting? It is 0.000. Remember one thing, do not report 0.000. Directly report less than 0.05 with this low sign signature. That's it. Now, I can say that after my education, my patient education score significantly improved from 13.31 to 16.88. Clear now? Abhinav, clear? Gopni, Shivam, clear now? Others? Do we have any doubts? No doubts? Okay. Now let me give you one more big dhamaka first of all. Even though we are getting significant p-value, that is 0.000, it does not indicate that significance is there first of all. Even though we are reporting that, even though after my education, significant improvement was noticed among the patient. This significant results will give you a green flag to investigate more for the situation. What were the variables, what were the conditions in which we are getting significant factors. Now, suppose in this class, uh, we got, suppose in this class only we have done pre-test in which we got around 13.31 plus minus 2.47. And after this course, we are getting how much? 16.88 plus minus 2.14. And we found that after my class, your few people got more good education, significant you got results. But the significance will be a green flag to investigate more about the same condition. So during the class, what were the factors, what were the conditions by which patient education improved? Correct? So this will be your green flag to investigate more into that matter. Do not stop yourself with that p-value. You need to investigate further also. Done? Now this was all about the paired t-test. So do we have any doubts with respect to paired sample t-test? Anyone? Anyone? No, 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 no. Okay. So out of 126, there is no doubts. No, Mohit, I think you're getting confused. We got a significance. Okay, so let me give an example to you all people. Suppose class, sorry, what? Okay. Now, suppose in this class, if we collect data of three phases in same individual means, what three phases? Kirtana? Okay, so first let me answer Mohit question. Okay. Now, in this class, suppose I took your pre-test before the class starting and I got what? 13.31 plus minus 2.470 as your score. After this class, we got the score of 16.88 plus minus 2.14 with the significance p-value, that is 0.000. So we can conclude that significant improvement was there in the paired sample t-test score before and after the class given by Siddesh Raj Purohit. Done. Now it is coming significant. Coming significance should not be able to stop you to identify the main factors responsible to get the significance. So for the paper part, you can report this thing that we found the significance association between the teaching part. Correct? Now you need to investigate the possible factors by which the scores improved. Did I take your extra classes? Did you have the previous history with me for these classes? Are you like aged individual? Because more the aging, more the catching power will be there, right? So you should be able to catch those factors as well. So if you are getting a significance for the paired sample t-test, you need to report other factors as well. What factors were responsible for improvement in the disease knowledge? Correct? Done, Mohit? Okay. Now, Kirtana, if we collected data of three phases, apply ANOVA test, Kirtana. Is it possible to dive into which factor or variable is the cause of significance values? Yes, Neshwanti, yes. That's what I was telling. HbA1c is a baseline, then after 3 months, 6 months, yes, Kirtana apply ANOVA test and apply post-hoc afterwards. Not pair T test, Kirtana. You need to apply ANOVA test. Okay, done everyone? Done? It depends, Purna, whatever factors you are having. If you want, you can book a consultation with me. We can discuss your data as well. Okay, so let me take one. I think I can give Purna right now only. Suppose Purna, you are having KAP scores. Now, suppose in knowledge, you are Purna. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So give me two variables for your KAP part.
Okay, sir.
ఏమన్నారంట
Vandana, you can mute yourself as such of now.
So, like before the knowledge was less and after it was improved.
No, that is fine. If you can give me two variables out of it first. So in the KAP, no, you might be having multiple variables, right? So give
Yes,
me
sir.
two variables of K only. Any two, or like any one is also fine.
It was about hemovigilance. Like, do you know the full form of TRRF form? Yes, no.
Oh, okay. So this is like, did you know or not? Then after you did some
Yes,
education and after you given the same thing to your patient, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So for that part, you apply paired sample t-test. Now suppose, let me create variable now. So I'm putting your name only, Purna question one. Then I'm putting uh, Purna question one at baseline after 1 month, suppose. Okay. Now, in which we are getting two datas before and after among the same individual, apply paired sample t-test. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Yes, Nishwati, don't worry. We will discuss all these factors. Don't worry. So today we are covering just the simple paired sample t-test. We will go to the next part as well. Don't worry. Okay, so do we have any doubts now? Any doubts with respect to the paired sample t-test? Anyone? No, 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 no. Done. Okay, so I think we can start with the paired next t-test. Okay, so let me close it and we will start with the other t-test. So again, let me open the SPSS. Okay, so here is my SPSS. Again, the same steps for the next t-test. Click on file, click on open, click on data. Now search the file location, that is SPSS class, change the type of file to the, so what you people can do, open your statistical analysis class practice sheet. Last one. Now click on OK. Done. All done? Everyone done? Chaitanya, sir, just look over explanation of ribbon part of SPSS. This is what, Chaitanya? What is ribbon part of SPSS? Explain. I'm not catching you, Chaitanya, your question. This is what?
నీ కొడుకు
Okay,
గురించి
no,
చెప్పిన రాలేదు
sir, sorry, what? Just explain about what? Functions in SPSS. I'm not catching you, Chaitanya. What functions you are like asking for specifically? Ribbon like Excel. I'm not catching you, Chaitanya. You can contact me afterwards. you might be asking for this thing, this part, measures and all those things. Okay, so let me give you this part as well. So see, if I'm clicking there, no, we are getting three parts. That is what scale, ordinal, and the nominal. Correct? Can you all appreciate? If you want, you can zoom in the scale because I can't zoom in the SPSS part. So please try to zoom in for the scale, ordinal, and the part of nominal. The beauty of SPSS is like the symbol will try to define the category, whatever you are selecting. Now scale, if I'm, we can see some scale is there, right? That means our data is in what? In the continuous variable. What about ordinal? Can you see that three bars are there? Yes or no? Can you all appreciate the presence of three long bars in the case of ordinal? Yes, this represent what? The ranking. Suppose we are taking undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD people. So this is like what? Order is there, right? We are taking PharmD third year, PharmD fourth year, PharmD fifth year. So we have some there order, correct? Then we have nominal. So we are getting three equal circles not overlapping. Please try to zoom in into the screen. We are getting three circles not overlapping. This means what? We are having a same group. So there is no order, correct? Now, if I'm taking all Farm 3 people, sorry, Farm D third year people from three different colleges. So automatically they belong to the Farm D third year only. So like there is no difference, correct? That's why we are getting what? Three different circles, but not overlapping, correct? Done. The next thing what you also should remember is the numeric part here. So if I click on this part, we are getting variable type. The first is what? Numeric. That means number, comma, dot. That means what? In some data, you might be using some dots, like suppose 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, that part. Scientific notation. Sometimes we use some scientific notation, scientific symbols, and date, dollar, custom currencies. Suppose you want to create your own currency, then string. So what is string? Any data like your name, Afrin, yes, no. That is what? A string variable. But if you are having number, then click on numerical part. Then click on OK. I hope this part is done. Okay. Now coming back to our data view. Yes. Now let's apply some independent sample t-test. This test we have to apply once we are having more than two groups out of it, correct? In the paired sample t-test, we were having only one group before and after the intervention. In this t-test, what we are doing, we are having two different outcomes, correct? Now suppose I need to check, uh, we can take any variable out of it. Suppose let me take MELD, hemoglobin, HCT, RBC, MCB, or we can take any variable. So remember, for unpaired t-test, we need one data that should be in the categorical format and one data that should be in the continuous format. Okay, so how to perform this test? We need to go to analyze, click on compare mean, click on independent sample t-test. Can you all follow me? Analyze, compare mean, independent sample t-test. Click on this part. Done. Now, what I want to check now, I want to check whether case and control group have some difference with respect to CBC, LFT, RFT, correct? Or any specific variable. Okay. Now, I will put case control where in the grouping variables. Grouping variables will always contain data that is in the categorical format. But do not forget to code it 1 2 1 2 1 2. Then click on define group. Click on group 1 is what? 1. Group 2 is what? 2. So 1 is what? Case. 2 is what? Control. Then click on continue. Now I need to check whether do we have any difference with respect to hemoglobin, LFT, RFT with respect to case and control group. So what we can do? We can select all the variables what we need to check. And this will be your test as well. Okay. All done. No need to check for options and bootstrap. Directly click on OK. Okay. This is what we are getting now. Okay. So for the independent t-test, we are getting two different tables. The first is what? Mean plus minus ST. Okay, sir, can you repeat from defining groups? Okay, Vaishnav. Okay, doing. Okay. Now here we are having case and control group. So one is what? Case, two is what? Control. I need to check whether my case and control group to have some deviation with respect to CBC, LFT, RFT, or any lab parameters. Correct? So what can I do? I can perform the independent sample T test. Why? Because we are having two different group, not single group. Correct? So what to do now? Click on analyze, click on compare mean, go to the third option. Done. Let me reset it. Select your case control into the grouping variables. Grouping variables will be always what? A categorical variable. And limit to only two groups, 1 and 2. Because t-test can only applicable to up to two groups, not more than it. If you have more than two, then apply ANOVA t-test. Sorry, ANOVA test. Done. Now click on define group. Group 1 is what? Case, that is what? 1. Group 2 is what? Control, that is 2. As per the coding, 1 and 2. Correct? Then click on continue. Now I need to check whether suppose hemoglobin, HCT, RBC, or suppose platelet count, TLC, lymphocyte neutrophils, AST, ALT has any difference compared to case and control. Now all factors selected, click on OK. Done. Here we got two tables, table 1, table 2. Correct? Table 1 will give you the mean plus minus ST values, and this part will give you the P values. Sir, please repeat. Bala, which part? Bala, which part? After selecting the case and controller parameters. Okay, no issue. Now click on analyze, click on descriptive, click on compare, click on independent sample t-test. Once done, let me reset it. Now our grouping variables. So we need to check whether my case and control have some difference with respect to CBC, LFT, RFT, or any parameter of your choice. Correct? So what I will do, I will take case and control in the grouping variables. Now I need to define the groups because I am taking the group, but I need to define the group. Same way you can take gender as well. Take the gender here in the grouping variables, but you need to code the same into 1 and 2. 1 male, 2 female, or vice versa. Now define the groups. So group 1 is what? Case, that is 1 as per the coding. What about group 2? It is control, that is 2 as per the coding. Click on continue. Now I need to find some difference whether CBC, LFT, RFT has some difference in the case and control group. Correct? Now as per your choice, as per your interest, you can take the variables. Let me take all the starting variables only for the practice. Now shift to the test variables. There is no need to click on option or bootstrap. Directly click on OK. All done. We are getting two tables out of it now. The first is group statistics. Second part is what? T-test table for the P values. So first table will give you what? A case control and the mean plus minus ST values. Correct? Along with we are getting a P values out of it. Significant two-tailed. Correct? Can you all appreciate? Now, little bit test we are going to take now. So I'm going to take some name. Please unmute yourself and answer my questions. Now, Akshita, can you unmute yourself and let me know the mean plus minus ST of the HCT of case group? Akshita Maheshwari, can you answer? Akshita? Okay, no issue. Anirudh, can you answer? Anirudh? Okay, so my last question to you people, let me know how many of you are active in this class so I can ask questions. Okay, so let me write this name. Others are getting absent mark from my side. No doubt. All the interns are getting absent marks. And Akshita Maheshwari, you need to present in the next class. Okay. So Vandana, can you answer me the mean plus minus ST for the case group for HCT?
0.8.
0.8. What is the mean for case group in the HCT, the first part, HCT?
.54.
Then plus minus? Plus minus what? Vandana, next thing. 8.80, correct. Purna. See, in the result part for your research paper, you should not report mean alone. You need to report mean plus minus ST. Correct? Now for the first part, case. So one is case, correct? So what is the mean value for HCT? That is 30.54 plus minus 8.80. What about the control group? That is 2. That is how much? 28.14 plus minus 7.16. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I need answer from, okay, Shivam. Shivam, can you answer for MCV control group? MCV control group. Shivam. Shivam, can you answer? MCV control group. What is the mean plus minus ST? $99. How come 99 you are getting? 18.5. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Nimala, always answer proper. 91 is not the answer. 91.46 plus minus 18.45 is the correct answer. Yes, done. Now comes the main part, that is the Levine test. Remember, so please open your screenshots, open your notebooks in which you have written the Levine test. Take your time, open that screenshot, open that page of your notebook in which you have written about the Levine test. Now show me the answers. Now I need answers from the, but you have to unmute yourself. Purna, can you answer which t test, sorry, which p value in this part we need to take? Okay, let's ignore HCT. Let's take MCV. So for the MCV, which p value we have to take? 0.295 or 0.296? Unmute yourself, Purna.
It's 0.296.
0.296 for the MCV. How come?
If it is less than 0.05, it is significant. I don't know, sir.
What about Levine test? Can you all appreciate the Levine test in this table? The first part, Levine test. Can you all appreciate? Yes or no, everyone? Here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So first thing, always check for the Levine test significant. So if we are dealing, suppose I'm dealing with the MCV part, it is 0.534. Correct? 0.534 is what? A non-significant factor. Correct? So we have to take what? Equal variance not assumed. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So then what is the p-value reporting now? Tell me.
0.296.
0.296. Perfect. Now I need one more answer.
0.29.
Yes. So I need one more answer from Lakshmi. Lakshmi, can you answer? Can you unmute yourself now, Lakshmi? Lakshmi, can you report for the RDW? What to take now? Lakshmi? Shamita, can you answer? Shamita, Lakshmi, anyone? Aftab, can you answer?
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening.
Point
Uh,
four.
Yes, Aftab, tell me, Aftab.
Sir, significance value is 0.64 for RDW. Hence, it is greater than 0.05. So we have to take the p-value of 0.420.
But it is not significant, no, Aftab. This is what? 0.064. No, it is not significant for the Levine test, right? If
Yes, sir.
Levine test is significant, you have to take what? Equal variance not assumed.
Not assume.
But it is what? 0.064 more than 0.05. So what? Equal variance assumed, correct? So answer is what? 0.419. Clear now, everyone? Aftab, done? Doubt clear?
Yes, sir.
See, this is what the main important point was, Levine test. One single mistake can entirely change your data. Okay, so let's take one more example. Okay, who will answer? Shamita. Shamita, you need to unmute yourself now. Answer me for the PLT part. PLT. Here. Here's the PLT. Answer me.
Zero point 45, sir.
First answer me what is the Levine test.
0.011.
Then
The p-value 0.045.
correct. Good, Shamita. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so others, do we have any doubt with respect to the Levine test and the p-value, reporting p-value? Anyone?
No, sir.
Others?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. No, clear. Okay, so this was all about this test. Okay, so let's take one more question. Akshata Thakur, can you unmute yourself? Akshata Thakur. Arushi, can you answer my question? Arushi or anyone? Bala? Yes, Akshata Thakur. So I need one answer from you. Answer me the reporting p-value of PCT. First, start with the Levine test and answer me the reporting p-value for PCT.
Point 319.
How come? Answer me, how come? Why 0.319, not 0.316, Akshata? See, copy paste will not work in a statistics part. So the main thing is, if you really want to learn the statistics, then please come to my class. Otherwise, please don't come to my classes to learn statistics. I need the active participation for the statistics part. This is the numerical part what we are learning. So for
So
the
point.
next class, yes. So for the next class, if you really want to learn statistics, other people, please come. Otherwise, there's no need to come to my class, please. Last batch was super active batch. People used to practice with me. Okay, so this was all about the t-test. In the next class, we are learning about the non-parametric t-test, how to apply if data is not equally distributed, how to check those parameters first, and how to apply test for such part. We are applying paired sample t-test, unpaired sample t-test for data which is equally distributed. What come if your data is not equally distributed, which tests we need to apply, and all those things we are learning the next class. So if we have no more doubts, then I think we can wind up now.
Sir, I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Sir, that answer you asked, I want to answer. Actually, my network was gone.
Yes, please ask. Answer.
Sir, that p-value is less than 0.04. So we should consider equal variance assume, and it is 0.316.
Even though you have answered the correct answer first, but then you are just change here and there. See, if Levine test is less than 0.05, remember this number 0.05. Any number less than 0.05, we need to report equal variance not assumed, and report the p-value of what? Equal variance not assumed. Here what we are getting is 0.044. It is less than 0.05. 4 is less than 5. Common sense. So 0.04 is what? Less than 0.05. It is significant. Significance means what? We need to take p-value of what? Equal variance not assumed. And then we have to report what? 0.319, not 0.316.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Others, please make a point to not do such errors in the statistics part. If you are doing a wrong data entry or wrong data reporting, your paper might be retracted. So don't do all these mistakes first of all. Learn statistics properly. One wrong number can entirely ruin your career also. Done everyone? Because if you want proof, I can show you the blacklist authors also. Many big professors of big places are there in the blacklisted, just because of the plagiarism, just because of the wrong data reporting. So please always consult me or Ajit sir or any statistician for your statistical analysis if you are not expert in the statistics. You can take a consultation for the same. Correct? Now this was all about the t-test. In the next class, we are starting with the non-parametric t-test, what to do if you are having data that is not equally distributed, and what is the role of Shipro-Will test for data normality. So let's catch up on Friday. And if we get some extra time in that part, I want any of you want to share your screen and practice with me. Okay? So now we can wind up if we have no questions or no doubts for me. One more thing, I just got a message. Okay, just wait. Okay, so, okay. I'm sharing this link with you all. You need to fill this form. It's mainly for the interns for the attendance part. Okay, so I'm going to share in the chat box option. This is only for the interns. Others, if you want, you can fill also. No issue. Interns, please fill this form. Okay, no, Kirtana, we never take SC. No, we never take SC of mean. No. See, the rule is very simple, Kirtana. The thing is, suppose you are getting a mean and the value of ST of two different groups. If ST is matching for both the groups, suppose in this class I have you, Kirtana, and Mohit, and both of you got same ST value, 2 and 2. In that case, you need to report what? SE, not ST. Correct? But I'm sure that you will never get SG as the same parameter, even though you are in the case you are having matching variables. Because for the case control studies, you need to match variables like age or gender or the etiology. In such cases, you might be getting the same standard deviation. But even though you have reported that we are taking the matched age groups, So that time also you have to report that SD values, not SC values. Correct, Kirtana? Okay, so let me open my Word file to make it simple for you, Kirtana, once. Now, suppose, let me take one more table for this part. Okay, so let me remove it. Now, suppose I am taking variable here. I am taking, sorry, age. We are having case group and we are having control group and we are having p value. The profit with matching age, gender, or the other factors is like you are removing the potential confounding factors. Correct? Now, for always for the case control study, if possible, prospectively, if possible, always try to match age among the two groups. If you want, you can match gender also. If you want, you can match disease etiology also. Three factors, right? Now, suppose you are getting age, matching age for case and control. Suppose you are reporting 34.54 plus minus is here, plus minus 12.55, and you got the same result for the control group also. But there is no need to report SC, you have to report SD only. Why? Because in the method section, you have reported that we have matched age for the case and control. So your P will be 1.000. And this will prove that your data is matched for age part. Correct? So always go with the standard deviation. There's no need to report standard error of mean. It will be useful if you are having same standard deviation of two different groups, but it will never happen. Don't worry. So always take ST. No issue.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recordings we will share soon actually. So let me talk to my team as well. They will share. Google form again. Done. Okay, so do we have any doubts with respect to t-test, one sample t-test, paired sample t-test, unsample t-test? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. So just give me 30 seconds. I will show one thing to you people. You can try that thing at your home. Okay, so where is my data? Okay. Now let me show you one thing. So you can try that part. Okay. Applications is where now? Application IBM. Okay. Now you people might be getting some error for this part. Apart from the class, actually I'm having some trouble in opening SPSS. I have downloaded, but it's not opening after the setting part. Okay. Mohit, and for the other people, just try to focus on this step. Just try to focus on this step. Now, once done, all things are done. Open SPSS, statistics, your software version, whatever you are getting, then click on the last folder. That is what V69. Correct? Open the last folder. That is what V69. Then click on this part, the last part, then click write, then run it as the administrator. Once done, restart your laptop or desktop. It will work. Steps are very simple. Go to your IBM, SPSS, statistics, your version, whatever you are getting, then go to the last folder, V69. You might be having some different name, but it will be with V6 something something. So click on it, the last option. Right click on run as administrator, then all done things, then you can restart your laptop again. Done everyone? This might solve your problem. Done? After you can try for the older version. Okay, all done everyone. So do we have any doubts, any questions now with respect to the t-test? One sample, paired, unpaired t-test. Anyone? No doubts? It's for 1 month, Dr. Pradeep. It's for 1 month. Or else you can check with your college also. Some nowadays people are having SPSS in their college laptops. You can check their ones. Okay, so I think we can wind up now. So if you people want consultation, you can book our consultation as well for that part. So as such of now, do we have any doubts with respect to t-test? I'm happy to answer. Any doubts? Anyone? Okay then. So I think we can wind up now if there is no more question for me to answer. Okay, we can wind up now. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Mohit. Yes, we can wind up. Thank you, everyone.